Mutual babies, this message is for Taurus season, kind of what you guys can expect. This is for placements Virgo, Sag, Pisces, and Gemini. Before I start, I do want to announce that we are entering eclipse season. In eclipse season, a lot of people get scared because change happens. Sometimes it's unexpected change, forced change, but it's change. And usually people think it as negative change, but this eclipse season is very positive for a lot of you. So definitely see where you have the eclipse energy in your chart. But I do feel like right now the scales are being balanced for you mutual placements when it comes to this eclipse energy that's happening on April 30th. It's at the end of the month. So Taurus season is about to start with a bang, okay? So what I'm getting for you mutual placements right now is that justice is being served. Good, bad, whatever scale you're on, justice is being served, which is going to bring a lot of balance in your guys' lives. And I do feel like for a lot of you, this is balance within yourself, so it can have balance within your environment. You could be seeing ones, 1111, because you do have 1111 here. But I do feel like a lot of you had to make a lot of sacrifices at this time. And a lot of you, the sacrifices is old ways of how you view yourself, how you see yourself. It's bringing, and I do feel like this has been divinely guided. A lot of you guys have a strong ancestor team or spirit team that has been helping you with this process, which has been helping you remove a lot of people, places, or things from your life. And I feel like for a lot of you, this is a lot of people in your environment that had to be removed. But these people were in your guys' life for a reason. And I do feel like this Taurus season, you guys are going to start understanding that. Because a lot of you guys had a lot of disloyal people around you or people who were just using you. Mutual placements are known for being shapeshifters. They're able to shape in their environment. You know, they're always changing. And I do feel like with this change that you guys are getting pushed through, this change is causing you to be around people that you're supposed to be around. These are people who are going to help elevate your life. But with this new cycle, a lot of you are being told it's time to be receptive to the help that these people are giving you, being receptive to receiving, which means being more emotionally available. So what I'm getting for you guys this Taurus season, you guys are going to be going through an intuitive upgrade, okay? Your intuition is definitely going to be leading the way right now. And not only is your intuition going to be leading the way, your guys' dream state has been helping you. A lot of you guys could probably having vivid dreams about what's about to come for you or what you've been envisioning for yourself. And now Spirit is saying with those vivid dreams that you're having, it's time to make a practical plan, which means it's time to act out on those ideas, act out on those visions. It's time to make physical steps, not just mental steps or feeling like you have to control a certain aspect of your life to get what you want. Spirit is saying now it's time to set those little goals and actually act out on those goals. Some of you is also speaking your truth. And sometimes about mutual placements, a lot of mutuals, like I said, are shapeshifters. They're able to confine to their environment. And some of you guys confine to your environment so much that you lost yourself. And I do feel like as we step more into eclipse season, a lot of you are about to find yourself and actually going to be standing on who you are. And it's funny how I said you guys lost yourself because the solar plexus here, you see how it's opening up as a yellow. So I do feel like I said, you could probably also have cardinal placements. This reading is kind of matching the cardinal placements. So you could have strong cardinal and mutual placements in your chart. I know I do. I got a sun and rising as cardinal and then my mutual moon, okay? My moon be taking over. And I do feel like this is where a lot of you are having to own your when it comes to your emotions and the desires for yourself. You're having to have confidence in the choices that you're making when it comes to the planning, patience and planning. A lot of you intuitively already know the steps that you have been taking are starting to come to life. And a lot of you are going to start receiving more confirmations, having more epiphanies, deja vu moments. So that's where you're being told with the intuition card is let your intuition, your higher self guide a lot of you, especially when it comes to things that you want for yourself. You see this behind this door, you see the yellow. You guys know that something good is coming for you, but you have to trust that it's coming for you. Because a lot of you during Taurus season are about to have a new beginning in love. And this new beginning in love is just not beginning in love with somebody else. This new beginning in love is love of self. You see how the divine masculine, divine feminine energy, we have both in us. And I do feel like with your mutual placements, it's like you guys are finally coming to a place where you feel complete with who you are and what you are becoming. You're accepting that. You're owning that. That which also means you're owning your past. You're acknowledging your part that you served in your past, but you're also acknowledging other people's part, which is giving you a chance to balance out your energy, your divine masculine, divine feminine energy. Balance, 111. But this is also letting me know a lot of you are also calling in your soul family. The more you've been pouring into yourself, you're going to start seeing that overflow into the people that you are aligned with partnership and alliance here. A lot of you are coming into the right connections. A lot of you have been networking. For some of you, as you are building, some of you are in this energy of changing careers or going after something that you're very passionate about. You're going to start seeing that you're coming across the right people, and the right people are putting you in line with the people who are meant to help you. Some of you could probably also be getting readings this month, are going to help navigate kind of where you need to put your time and energy into and letting you know that you're on track. A lot of you are probably going to start finding a mentor or mentoring others and helping them on things that you have learned about yourself in your journey to pass on. But whatever you're doing, it's going to help you build that firm foundation. And I do feel like a lot of you, this firm foundation started with self. Root chakra and solar plexus. Do I need to say more? This building foundation started with self. You had to break yourself down and understand why you were giving so much to others. Or why you felt like so many people were taking from you. It's because you gave your power away. It's because you didn't have confidence in yourself. It's because you were insecure when it comes to the things that you wanted for yourself. And you're starting to see how that affected your foundation of how you were just catering to everybody else and not yourself. And now that you have been taking that power back and have been really rebuilding yourself back up, you're starting to rebuild your environment now. And like I said, this took a lot of patience. It's taking a lot of planning, but now you guys are being pushed to actually make stuff happen. Like I said in the cardinal signs, Spirit is pushing a lot of you now that you've been doing the reflection, reevaluating, is to take action. The things that you learned in Aries season or just the beginning of this season, the last couple of years, was the beginning of this year, you're being told it's time to apply that now, which means it's time to make actions, get those feet stepping, is what I'm hearing. But as you guys continue to pour into yourself, like I said, you guys are going to start receiving a lot of epiphanies and downloads over the month of Taurus season, which is going to cause you guys to you guys are needing to recuperate, which means as you guys are purging and letting go a lot of stuff, you guys are still in the energy of letting go of past things. You're being told to take your time, rest, rejuvenate. Don't let other people... One thing about Taurus season, a lot of people don't talk. Taurus is ruled by Venus. And what rules Venus is, Venus rules self-esteem, money, stability, and self-value. Spirit is saying, as you guys continue to love yourself and pour in that love into yourself, be patient with yourself. Taurus, they move on their time. Taurus is one of the most stubborn signs there is. And I do feel like with Taurus season, you guys are being told not to let that stubbornness get to you, but slow and steady wins the race, which means if you feel like your emotions are getting the best of you, take a step back, reevaluate, seeing where that comes from, seeing where it's coming from. But I do feel like a lot of you are in this energy right now where your heart chakra is trying to open up and you're still purging from the emotional state and you're still in this process of healing. And as you heal, a lot of you are wanting to act out on some of your emotions, which is some of you guys are getting triggered with people that you're letting go, or some of you have feelings for somebody that you want to confess, but a lot of you are keeping it held back. But it's because a lot of you are having to reevaluate and reassess what's making you hold yourself back. Is it because you're lacking the energy? Are you lacking the self-confidence? Spirit is really wanting you guys this season to really take a step back and observe, which is why you guys have the advice of observe. And it's time to take a step back outside of yourself. A lot of you guys probably have been in this where... I like to call it the mirror effect, where a lot of you have people in your environment who were take. So the people that were coming into your life to help you, you were take from them. So you are starting to get reflected back to you of what your environment has been doing to you. And it's helping you reflect on these patterns of self-sabotaging or people pleasing that you had, because like I said, this card came out in reverse and I don't take reversal, so it's telling me that a lot of you are having to observe your non-reciprocated relationships that you were still holding on to. This could be relationships with your parents, it could be family members, friends, romantic interests, past relationships that you had where people weren't, this is all about loyal heart upright. like I said, you're starting to reflect on the disloyalty that you had to yourself and the disloyalty others had to you. But I'm taking this upright that a lot of you are going to start being more loyal to yourself, but you're also manifesting more loyal people to you. Like I said, you guys are starting to call in your soul family. You guys are going to start receiving the right people to help you upgrade your life or upgrade you personally, that you're going to start seeing the loyalty that you give to people is going to be receptive back. But it starts with how loyal are you to yourself and your true happiness. What is it you feel on a soul level, not an egotistic level? Like I said, ego is not bad, but sometimes when we let our ego drive us, we don't see how it self-sabotages us from really getting the things that we truly want, which is helping you guys close out major cycles this month. And a major cycle a lot of you guys are closing out is guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul growth. And I do feel like a lot of you, this is belief systems from your childhood. And some of you, this is just belief systems that you still carry right now, of like how you see yourself, how you see stability, how certain religions that you guys are probably in, you don't resonate with anymore, how you need to take some of the beliefs that you have and redefine them to fit what you value and what are your morals that align with you on a soul level now, not what aligns with you, what people think you should be doing. And I do feel like a lot of you are starting to see that, but you're also starting to see, like I said, a lot of you are reflecting on a lot of friendships, relationships that you had. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. And I do feel like a lot of you are starting to see that some of you kept a lot of people in your environment. It could be, like I said, they always say blood is thicker than water, but blood lets you drown too, okay? And I do feel like a lot of you are reflecting on that. This could be someone you're romantically tied to, somebody, this could be friends, co-workers. You're starting to see what was their purpose in your life and what were they here to teach you. And I do feel like I said, this is where you guys are observing the patterns when it comes to connections that you are attracting. And I do feel like Taurus season, a lot of you are accepting that certain people were in your life for a reason to help you expand your awareness about yourself, which leads into the lesson that you're closing out, which is growth. I want to expand my conscious and my awareness. And I do feel like a lot of you, like I said, are in this energy of taking your power back. And as you take your power back, you're gaining confidence and becoming more aware of not of just other people's patterns and habits, but of your own. And I do feel like a lot of you, this stems from your self-sabotaging ways of people pleasing or self-sacrificing habits. Or like I said, this stems from a lot of you, this stems from the people that you grew up with, seeing how they self-sacrificed for themselves, which was to the point where it could have killed them or made them feel angry towards their environment. A lot of you are starting to see the pattern. This could be generational karma or just this could be a generational karma that's been passed down for you to close out. And I feel like a lot of you are, with your third eye here, are seeing this and having visions of this or understanding this, and it's expanding your awareness of yourself, which is helping you bring balance. You have two balance cards. Taurus season is all about balance. Y'all are learning a hard lesson on how to balance out yourself, your time, your energy, your love, and who you pour into and who's being receptive back to that energy, who's pouring back into you. With balance, I am bringing a state of perfect harmony into the world, and I do so without judgment. And I do feel like mutual signs are learning a big lesson of not judging others, but less judgment of self. You guys they usually say cardinal signs get a hard knock for critiquing, but what people don't realize, mutual signs do the same thing. You guys might not judge others, but you guys judge yourself the most and the harshest, because people around you growing up or just in your environment spoke bad whenever you didn't show up for them. But now that you guys are starting to gain that self-awareness of like, I'm showing up for this person, but I haven't even showed up for myself. I haven't even poured into myself. You're starting to speak your truth of, I don't have to do this for you. I don't have to do any of this for you. I do it because I want to. And I do feel like a lot of you, like I said, are speaking that truth. Because you're gaining that awareness. You're opening, your third eye is opening this month. And I do feel like I said, a lot of you are going to be speaking your truth. But as you continue to speak your truth, you're being told as you close out these cycles and these lessons that you're learning through Taurus season, especially when it comes to balance and your self-awareness, you're being told with a full moon in Aries to cool your emotions. That means a cycle is closing and it's reaching its peak, which means it's time to step outside of me, and look at we. What is best for us? Where do I need to compromise myself? And like I said, a lot of you guys have been in this pattern where people in your environment were taking from you so much that you started taking from others, and you didn't realize that you were coming codependent on those people you were taking because the people around you were codependent on you. So like I said, it's that mirror effect, and you guys have been reflecting on that, and you've been reflecting and seeing how your emotions might not be your emotions because somebody else wants to be codependent on you, and you're starting to see that sometimes you're wanting to fight and battle with somebody, but Spirit is saying at this time, choose your battles. Is it worth you getting out of character? Is it worth you wasting your energy? Or do you need to stand your ground and let's speak your truth to somebody? And that's where the growth and self-awareness comes from. But you're being told at this time with full moon in Cancer, you guys have a lot of full moon cards. So a lot of energy is reaching its peak this season, where you're having to really fully cleanse that out before you guys can really get what you truly want. But you're being told with the full moon in Cancer, let your fears dissolve. And I do feel like a lot of you, with your intuitional upgrades coming up, you're being shown, because you guys are observing outside of yourself this month, that how you guys, like I said, that self-sacrificing or that self-sabotaging, you're seeing how it is due to your fears, your worries, your doubts, and that control of wanting to know, okay, I'm safe, it's going to work out. Spirit is saying you're having to acknowledge these fears that you have, or these insecurities that you have, that makes you make fear-based decisions and make you kind of be in this energy where you have guilt for, why did I do that? Why did I say that? Or why didn't I act on this? Why did I didn't tell this person how I feel? And Spirit is really wanting you guys to observe this pattern, because this is a pattern that a lot of you, I keep hearing passed down generations. So this could be stemming from a father figure or a mother figure, that you're having to really acknowledge this, and it's going to help you take the action that needs to take the action towards, especially with the fact that a lot of you guys have been having visions and dreams and epiphanies about your future. With the full moon in Virgo, take inspired action. Spirit is saying this is the time now to start making that plan, making forward movement. A lot of you guys have been stuck in this in-between stage where it's like one minute you're out of the past and you're stepping in the new, you're trusting. The other is like you're tiptoeing. And Spirit is saying there's no more tiptoeing, especially with this solar eclipse happening. A lot of you are going to be forced with this change if you resist, or you can start taking the little action you need to now. So when this change happens, you're not fearful, you're not afraid of it, because Spirit is saying you're going to get detoxified this full moon in Taurus. Things that you've been holding on to, Spirit is saying no more. It has to go. Even if you don't want it to go, or if you feel like you're not ready, Spirit is saying this season, bye-bye, it's going. So Spirit is really wanting you guys to control your emotions and see how your emotional response kind of self-sabotage you, or how it holds you back. And you're being told to reflect on the relationships that are equal give and take, or the relationships that you were taking advantage of or weren't being reciprocated back, and how what you've been wanting in people you do have around you, or it's trying to come in, but you have to let go of those who are no longer serving you. So definitely continue to trust your intuition, continue to believe in the dreams that are happening. A lot of you are healing in your sleep, but your higher self is taking over, and you're being told to release things that are no longer serving you, especially on how you see yourself and the belief systems that were programmed on you of how a man's supposed to be, a woman's supposed to be, or how you're supposed to provide for your family and all these things, etc. Spirit is really wanting you to remove those belief systems that no longer serve you. So I hope this resonates, Mutual Signs. This is a beautiful reading. Taurus season is going to be good because a lot of you are going to be pouring into you and people who love you unconditionally back. So I hope this resonated. Have a good one.